Well, Jeff and I, we are currently on leg 2 of the trip. We're at Bart's. He gave us a nice place to stay last night. And now we're on his property, hiking up to go collect a couple stands that we have out here that we're not using. So we're going to pull them and take them up to the lease so we don't have to buy any more stands. Try to save $1. I don't know why I'm breathing so heavy.
Yeah, good collection.
Nice view though. And bad boy. Right up chomp.
This is penance to me for I'll carry the stand since I bring my workout gear every time we go and I never work out. So this is me paying my penance. Also paying my penance for not zeroing my 17 and having an abysmal prairie dog hunt.
Watch your footing on this jump.
Yeah, if I fall, I got something to stop me. Follow you.
And here's the other stand we need to collect. It's a lock-on with a ladder.
This is a robot. Can't stop bebopping.
Jeff and I brought a couple of cordless saws with us, and we're going to do a little brushwork trying to reclaim a kind of a perimeter around a chunk of the fence line on Bart's place.
Now we've collected both stands and we are doing a little brushwork for Bart here. Try to get a road in on the edge of his property where there used to be a road, but it's obviously been overgrown.
This is this video that you're going to watch for the whole trip is actually going to be a lesson in what not to do. These are all the things you don't do. Like you don't forget your safety glasses when you're running a chainsaw in the woods. Terrible idea. If I lose an eye, that's karma.
Gloves?
Gloves, don't forget your gloves. Zero your rifle. Always zero your rifle. Prairie rattlesnakes. Let me tell you something about prairie. They're called prairie rattlesnakes. I know common sense isn't common these days, but common sense would tell you prairie rattlesnakes. Not creek bottom rattlesnake, not cliffside rattlesnake, not, you know, under the rock rattlesnake. Prairie rattlesnake. We'll go to the prairie dog area and you'll find prairie rattlesnakes. There you go.
That's a big little cedar over there.
Not for long. You want to get these ones on the fence too?
That one there.
This one, but leave the one that's on the post?
Yeah.
Okay.
Missouri sure does green up in the summertime, that's for sure. And it is humid. I am drenched in sweat. Nasty. So now we're at Bart's house and I'm going to replace these aluminum step sections with a ladder. The step sections are lighter in weight and a little more expensive, and they might be better at the lease or having something that's more portable for me.
I don't have any more.
Jeff and I left Bart's house this morning and we're on our second leg here in Missouri. We're up in northeast Missouri at the lease we had last year. I hunted it twice, or I guess one day last year, and that was it. So Jeff's never seen it, so he'll see it for the first time today, and I'm very interested in seeing what's planted on it. Last year was soybean, so I'm curious to see what's on it this year. So I got an idea of where I want to put up 2 stands, and then maybe walk the public land that's next to it. Bow season's coming up soon, and I kind of plan on hunting this during the early part of the bow season. So excited to get it set up and ready to come into and just walk into a stand. We're also going to set up some cameras and see what shows up. No idea. The only thing I saw last year was the deer I ended up killing on public ground when he came on the private ground during the gun season. So I'm thinking we'll have better opportunities and more choices during the bow part of the season before the harvest. But we'll place out cameras and find out.
Right under my sock. My pants, right under my pants.
Jeff's hosing himself down because he got absolutely covered in the tiniest ticks you've ever seen yesterday.
Seed ticks. Or, as Bart calls them, pinheads.
Pinhead ticks. Them jokers were all over him.
A couple hundred at least. And everybody knows, comes to ticks, you get one, and you got 100,000 of them on you. You get creepy crawlies. Still not right.
So what we got planted though is corn this year. I'm really liking that because I'm thinking that they may end up bedding in the corn and then they're already on the property when we get into our stands while we're hunting. As heavy as these edges are too with this tree line and the corn and the heavy brush, maybe there's something that's still bedding on the property, especially this little area with these trees. There's a little pond in there that could prove to be very nice, but it's not very neighborly for the person that owns the property in the back to put a daggone lock on here so we can't get in. So we're gonna climb, see what we see.
You know if it's a doe, it's a shooter.
So we do got deer tracks. These are pretty fresh. They're on top of the mud.
Yeah, look at this right here.
Oh, that's deep. So it wouldn't surprise me if they're bedding around this pond from time to time. But this spot right here had a scrape. But that, you know, that was later in the season when they're getting their velvet off and junk and starting to get toward breeding season.
Gotcha.
That had a scrape, and so did that overhang with that cedar.
Okay.
That cedar right there. Oh, somebody got a little aggressive down in here, knocking over the corn. Knocking over corn. So as we're walking the property, the problem with a tree stand is, one, these trees are just nasty, trashy. They're so branchy, it's like they're furry.
They're pin oaks.
Pin oaks.
Chris calls them pin oaks.
Pin oaks. And there are piles of branches. And the other problem is our south and west borders, all the trees are on the outside of the barbed wire, which is where a county road is. So I'm afraid that if we were to put a stand up there, someone would tell us we're not allowed to have a stand up there because that's part of the county road right of way or something. So we decided we're probably going to hunt from the ground from the start. And Jeff has a beautiful little spot tucked up into here because there is a trail crossing right here and a bunch of footprints right along through here. So we're going to put up a camera and see what it is we see. So we've already made the little blind back there, cut out the branches for shooting lanes, and tested it with a chair, and it looks great. Looks real good.
I like it. I like that little.
So we'll see what we get on that. All right, picked my spot up against this tree, looking out. There's Jeff right there. Camera is right behind this tree on the other side, looking right into that little opening. There's nice tracks along the cornfield edge. Oh, I'm gonna need 4. I'm gonna need on one side.
Pound time count?
I'll count it the way I count in North Carolina. So we're mission complete here in Missouri. We did not put up our stands. So I'm carrying one set home and Jeff's carrying the other set home. And that one will end up being mounted in Wisconsin, and mine will probably sit in my garage for now. But
yeah,
we got hunting spot. We got showered now.
we're set up. We got a game plan. We learned a lot of important lessons. Prairie rattlesnakes, zero your rifle, permethrin. Just sure about that.
Yeah.
I got lit up by some ticks. We'll get some pictures in here somewhere. And you can see I got lit up by the seed ticks. So yeah, that was pleasant. Good for me.
It's pretty impressive how bad they got him. I thought he'd be all right because they just got on and we got him off, but no, they'd already bit him real good, real good.
Yeah.
So we're gonna head out, wrap this up. We'll be back here to hunt later.
Yeah.
And that's going to wrap up this trip. We got a little bit of preseason stuff done at the lease. It's kind of hard because it's a long way from both of us, but we got a little something done now. Jeff's laid eyes on it, and since we're hunting from the ground, we got a lot of options based off wind direction to hunt the perimeter and hopefully get something going. Can't wait to see the pictures on the cameras, because that's always like Christmas morning. Hope you liked this video. If you did, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button down there, and as always, thanks for watching.